Here's a question for you. If modern medicine says diabetes has no permanent cure, then how have people for centuries managed this condition without tablets or injections? What secrets were hidden in nature, waiting quietly in plants that most of us walk past every day? Today, I want to take you on a journey, not into a pharmacy, but into the world of herbal wisdom. Because sometimes, the answers we're desperately looking for are not in a pill, but in the leaves, seeds, and roots that our ancestors trusted for generations. Stay with me until the end, because one of these plants might surprise you more than you think. Section 1: Fenugreek Seeds. Let's begin with something simple yet powerful: fenugreek seeds. These tiny golden seeds, often used in cooking, hold a hidden gift. When soaked overnight and consumed with water in the morning, they help improve insulin sensitivity and slow down the absorption of sugar in the blood. In fact, studies have shown that people who regularly consume fenugreek seeds experience lower fasting blood sugar levels. Imagine something so small, sitting quietly in your kitchen cupboard, can play such a major role in supporting your health. Would you ever think that seeds you normally ignore could hold the key to balancing your blood sugar? Section 2: Indian Lilac, Azadirachta indica. Now, let's move to a tree that is often called bitter. But in truth, it's a blessing: Neem, also known as Indian lilac or Azadirachta indica. For centuries in Asia, neem leaves have been chewed early in the morning, not for their taste, but for their healing properties. Science now tells us what traditional healers always knew. Neem has compounds that act as natural blood purifiers, helping regulate glucose levels. Here is something to think about. In a world where we spend so much money on complex treatments, can you imagine that the simple act of chewing a few leaves could help? Nature often hides the most powerful remedies in the simplest places. Section 3: Bitter Gourd. Here's the plant that surprises most people. Bitter gourd, also known as Kerala. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's not the nicest thing to eat, right? But bitter gourd juice is often referred to as natural insulin. It contains unique compounds that mimic insulin's function in the body, helping reduce high blood sugar levels. Imagine this: a vegetable growing in the garden, working almost like medicine. Many natural health experts swear by it. Some even say bitter gourd alone has been a game changer in their diabetes management journey. Would you be willing to taste bitterness if it could bring sweetness back into your life? Section 4: Black Plum. Next is something sweeter: black plum, also called jamun. While the fruit itself is delicious, it's the seeds that hold a real power for diabetes. When dried and ground into powder, these seeds stimulate the pancreas, encouraging it to produce more insulin naturally. Think about that for a second. A seed that is usually thrown away when we eat the fruit may actually be the most valuable part. Isn't it fascinating how nature hides treasures where we least expect them? Section 5: Aloe Vera. And finally, a plant that most of you know for skincare: aloe vera. But aloe vera isn't just for burns or beauty. Drinking aloe vera juice can lower glucose absorption in the intestine and improve how your pancreas works. It cools the body, supports digestion, and keeps blood sugar levels more stable. So the next time you see that humble aloe vera plant in a pot by the window, remember, it's more than just a skin remedy. It's a potential ally for your overall health. Now here's the real question. If these plants have existed for thousands of years, why don't we use them more often today? Is it because we've forgotten? Or because we've been taught to only trust what comes in a box or bottle? The truth is, natural remedies are not magic. They work best when combined with lifestyle changes like healthy eating and exercise. But they remind us of one thing: nature always has a solution if we're willing to listen. So, which of these herbal plants would you try first? And which one do you think deserves more attention? Let me know in the comments, because your answer might inspire someone else watching this video. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next health secret. And tell me, should the next video be about another disease, like high blood pressure? Or should I cover a single herbal plant in detail? The choice is yours.